In today's episode of the vlog, we shoot a promo video in Prospect Lefferts Gardens, we go on a walking tour in Brooklyn to go see street art, and we go pitch a listing totally in Spanish. What is going on, Instagram? Coming to you live right now from Prospect Park. See Brandy back here. We're in Prospect Lefferts Gardens, shooting a promo video for 362 Parkside, which is coming to market very, 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 very soon. You might have seen the little snippet I said. It could be a 5-family. It's currently a 4-family, $2.75 million. Here's the dope part. The listing and the relationship totally came from Instagram. We connected through DM, and that's ultimately why I'm here doing what I'm doing right now. So, came out to Prospect Park. It's actually turning into a beautiful day. It's a little chilly, and this is actually dope. We're on the southwest part, Prospect Park, and if you look at this, I don't even know what you call this, but it's all made out of trees. Well, the roof totally isn't, but the leading up to it is. And then these benches, check this out. Same thing. Whoever did this is dope. I love it. So we're out here. Just wanted to pop online quickly and chat, see if there were any questions that we could answer before we go finish this promo video. Because I didn't get a chance this morning because I have my fiance's car and she doesn't have a bracket on the mount on the windshield, so I couldn't come live to you. So figured I'd pop on. I know it's the middle, well, it's Saturday, right?
Yep.
So it's Saturday. You guys are just waking up. Come on now. Oh, man. I don't have much battery. Houston, we have a problem. Yo, anytime I see a small West Indian bakery, I always got to stop in and get a beef patty and cocoa bread. I love this shit. Just had one of the best beef patties I had in a long time here at Errol's on the corner of Hawthorne and Flatbush. To all my West India massive, if you know a better patty than here, please let me know, and I'm gonna create a video about the best beef patty you could find in New York City. Like, this is gorgeous. This is absolutely fucking stunning.
Yeah,
No, I honestly had no clue. Like, I feel a little ignorant almost. But you know what? Maybe it was meant for me to be out here right now. I think I need to start calling. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start calling everybody on that block. Because if homie that I just met is like, all right, give me this number, now I have a reason to call well, one, I could be like, yo, I just listed this and this on your block. Like, not like, do you want to list as well, but do you know anybody that's looking to buy?
Yeah.
Which will lead into the, have you ever thought about selling question, but like not from that perspective, like, because that's the call they get all day long. That's the call they get from investors, that's the call they get from brokers. Like, I don't care, like, you're gonna sell eventually. I need somebody who's dope at YouTube and like understands all of these fucking things that, like, I need to learn it too, I guess partially, and that's what I've been fighting for so long, because I don't necessarily want to. But I don't necessarily know that I have the money to hire somebody to do that right now.
But to do what on YouTube?
Yo, to like do the growth hacking shit that I need to do in order to grow. Like on the backside, like I can continue to do, like I'm not trying to not do the work, right? Like I'm trying to accelerate.
Accelerate it, yeah, exactly.
So like, I guess I can spend 30 or 40 hours and learn it myself and on YouTube and like I did Final Cut. Mm-hmm. I just don't want to. Like I don't want to upload shit anymore. Yeah. Like I really don't. I don't want to upload another fucking thing. I don't want to sit in front of my computer, figure out what titles are. Like, I want somebody that's really good at that catchy shit, because that's not me. Like, I'm not that person. But, like, can I find somebody that'll do that for, like, 15, 20 hours a week?
Yeah, I'm sure you could.
Like so thinking about the content, the level of content that I'm putting out now, right? Is that enough of time to have them manage some of that back end stuff. Like if they were going to, you know, be the person that uploads, be the person who writes and obviously I would have final cut on, whatever it is, right? But like be the person who writes the descriptions, that picks the proper tags, that same thing for Instagram, that like helps with the, so we could plan more what it is. So we're now 4 or 5 days ahead. So it's not like I need this for now because I'm putting it out today.
Today type of thing.
Like the vlog will now be 2 days ahead, come Monday, right? But it seems like every week we always have that one day where it's just for whatever reason. And I guess that's just growing with what it is. I think I'm also putting out a lot of content. I'd like to believe that. I don't know that that's actually, I don't know. Like sometimes I feel like I'm biased because it's me and I want to pat myself on the back.
Yeah.
But then I also realize that nobody's doing shit like this.
Yeah. So it's hard to gauge.
So it's like, am I really that far ahead or am I just a little bit far ahead?
Yo,
What's going on, dude?
what up, homie?
How you doing?
Good, brother. How are you?
Good. Just driving through Brooklyn right now. We just shot some content for a video for a new listing I just got through Instagram. And
Nice.
yeah, this shit's working. And now we're heading to a walking tour of street art in Bushwick. So,
Nice.
yeah, and then tonight I go pitch a listing in Spanish. So the vlog episode will be dope. Yeah.
You speak?
I'm fluently, like non-natively either.
Yeah, impressive.
Yeah. So it should be cool. So quick question, right? So I've kind of convinced myself that I'm gonna hire my next person on my social team, right? And what I need and what I think is best for me at this point, because I have no desire to upload shit. Like it honestly drives me nuts. Like I really don't want to do it. It's very painful. Like it's just not something that I'm really good at. And I know that there are better people that can do a better job. And it's the time savings for me is absolutely all of it, right?
Right.
So, and all of that now because of shit like Hootsuite and other tools can be pre-programmed as long as you have the content far out enough, right? So, in hiring somebody that's going to do that, right, if they're going to put, let's call it 20, can you move the camera for a second? If they're going to put 20 pieces of content out across, call it 8, 10 networks, is that something that's like, is my assumption that that's like a 20-hour-a-week job wrong? Ballpark, of course.
I honestly don't know.
Okay.
I wouldn't know.
Okay, that's fine. My other question was, so if I'm gonna hire that person, right? How do I know that they're good? Because to me, it's like the details of titles and descriptions and hashtags, I know are a huge opportunity for me, and I know that they can make an insane difference.
Right.
But like, how do you find or validate that skill set?
I think it's just you'd have to find somebody who's already done it to a personal page, right? So like Anthony on Team Gary and JP, who are like Gary's IG people, they both have like multiple accounts with like millions of followers that they grew, and so I think I wouldn't hire anybody who doesn't already have an account of their own that they grew to a big following. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, because I wouldn't trust myself with that because I know I haven't grown an account to that following, so I wouldn't like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I
No.
would just think that would be the credentials of somebody.
Okay. And then is it too broad painting to expect somebody to be able to be good at like those aspects of multiple social networks? Like if someone's good on Instagram, is it unrealistic to also expect them to be good at YouTube?
I think they're different. Somebody who has grown an Instagram page can like figure out, and it's basically the same thing. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like figuring out the little things that can do it. But I would rather have somebody who grew an Instagram page really big than who could learn how to do YouTube and then have somebody who hasn't. You know what I mean?
Right, or the reverse.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Okay. That's kind of what I was thinking. Knowing that you've played in that world, obviously, I wanted to get your 2 cents.
Cool.
Yeah. So hopefully in the next, I don't know, as soon as I can, but the next couple of weeks, I'll be to person number 2, which will be nice.
That's dope.
What's good with you otherwise?
Wait, what?
What's good with you otherwise?
Dude, just working, grinding, doing my thing, trying to build my stuff. But I've been doing a lot of client work, and so I thought it might be interesting for you, like if you ever need videos. Basically, I have like what you're doing right now, I do for another company. Well, not exactly what you're doing, but like you're collecting a bunch of footage right now through your vlogs. And I have a company who sends me, and they're about to send me a 6 terabyte hard drive full of footage just to scrape through and find content for all those platforms. So like if that's something that you want to do when you have like, when you're like 300 episodes in or whatever, however far in you get, and you just want somebody to scrape through that to find content for those platforms, I'd be down to do that.
Yeah, let's definitely talk at some point. That could definitely work. Yeah, I mean, there's gonna. I wish you were here because I'm about to shoot a music video.
Really? Like you're shooting it, or you are performing it?
I'm performing. I'm directing it. I'm performing it. I'm ultimately like final cutting it. Not actually doing the editing, but you know what I mean.
Are you the musician?
I am the rapper.
Holy shit!
Next time you're back up here, let's get up.
For sure. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you.
Absolutely. I appreciate it.
All right, bro.
Later. Bye. So dope. Oh, shit. I found talking about I'm going to be fucking late because I'm sitting here bullshitting. Not bullshitting, but...
This is good right here?
The parking looked good.
This area, again, remained largely German, and then they built the Williamsburg Bridge. So in 1903, people could walk across. And because the Lower East Side was the most densely populated place on the face of the earth at that point, people left because they could walk right across and get here. So that's when some of the first Jews actually started coming, and they were mainly Romanians. And they settled in this side, which they call South Williamsburg. But this side, and closer over to the Domino Sugar Factory, was German, and then became Italian, like much of Bushwick. So it was Italian and Irish. And then in the 60s in the 50s and 60s, a lot of Puerto Ricans start coming in because they can get jobs at the sugar factory. And that area of Williamsburg, and what we're touching right here in this area, became known as Las Shores, or the Shore. It was predominantly Puerto Rican neighborhood. Then in the 70s, Dominicans started coming in. But a lot of people don't realize, and something I learned was that most of the artists actually started coming to this neighborhood in Williamsburg in the 1960s and 70s because it was very cheap. And when the influx came across from the bridge, like in the early 1900s up to about 1940, 1950, this area actually became more populated than parts of Manhattan. This area of Brooklyn was actually more densely populated than Manhattan because everybody came across. Because that area was, if you were in the Lower East Side in the 1920s, you were living in hell, reality. So they came across to here. So this artist's name is Ruben. Ruben is originally from Finland, but he grew up in Gothenburg. His dad was a dock worker, so that's how he ended up in Sweden. I always kind of put him in, I always say he's kind of like upscale IKEA, because he's like if a billionaire had an IKEA sensibility, because you can tell instantly when you see his work that he's Scandinavian, at least I can. He never uses bright colors, he always uses the lines like this. If you watch him work, he'll tape some stuff off, but he's also kind of amazing freehand too.
He's mostly freehand.
Yeah, he's mostly
all
freehand.
The curves are all freehand.
Yeah, he's insane. You won't see him use very many, like I said, I've never seen him use very many bright colors. One time my son put one red line in something, and I was like talking to him about how shocked I was, to be honest. You may not know, but if you look at it, this is done specifically for the wine store, because on the right you have the white wine, and on the left you have the red wine and the red. So that's why he did those, because he was out here explaining it. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. I could totally see it. As we know, she just finished this piece yesterday. Yeah, that's what she got done. This one is called False Prophet. If you remember, or if you're familiar with this corner, you know the piece she had here before were the two teddy bears, the red and blue one that she did for the election. Right. Because, you know, red and blue, both parties got beat up in the last election. So you can take your own meaning from this, from the title, False Prophet, and we'll leave it at that. Here in New York called Groundswell, and I think Groundswell is kind of fantastic with what it does. So I would love for you to tell us a little bit about Groundswell and what, you know, your work with them.
Okay. Hey.
And we're going to see more of his work along the way today.
Yeah. This was a part of a series that they do every summer called Making History, and they take a collection of just minority youth in the neighborhood or summer employment, so forth and so on. Actually, every mural on here is part of Making History. And they have another one called Voices Heard. If you're familiar with Voices Heard, that's another one. You guys might see that one too. It's like a little further down. But yeah, I mean, this one in particular is like, I think it was the most political thing I've probably ever worked with. And I mean, it kind of speaks for itself. Like, you can kind of see all the little elements and nuances. But like, some of the things that we dealt with in this are like, if you guys have noticed that hospitals and prisons and public schools all look the same. And even the buses, the same school bus that picks kids up is the same type of bus that takes inmates to jail. So we were like, okay, these are the machines, right? This is the machine that you're a part of, trapped in. And then it finally works your way into the beauty of the freedom of you can actually be. And as guys, you're not really told you can like flowers and paint pretty stuff. So we were like, but you can, and you will. And they did. And this was like the majority of their work, Yeah, they did a lot of good work. Quick note though, I wouldn't ever lean too hard on those because it's glass, and you wouldn't know that that's glass.
All these are actually like windows?
Yeah. So
don't try to hammer attack into it.
Right.
Just cause, you can take a rock and ruin the whole mural. You know what I mean? Like one rock and destroyed everything.
Oh. I think we went over this, but if you're not really familiar, if you just put your name up, it's a tag. If you put up like the balloon letters, you'll see places like across the street. Those are called throws, throwies, throw-ups. You put a single color in them, maybe even a double color. It can still be called a fill or a filling. But when you get to something like this is going back to when it's all on the trains, and one guy's going to burn up the entire side of the train car, why it's called a burner. They usually have backgrounds, really stylized letters. Of course, the style that we're known for here in New York is wild style. Just about every major city around the world has its own lettering style these days. Because of course, if you're a kid growing up, you copy what you see around you. Fujita. Again, we saw his work a minute ago. The same artist doing this style of neon. This is a political message. He does these. He puts single words. He did one that just said dream. It was for the dreamers in the Dream Act. So a lot of times his if it just says enough, or it's just that single word, they are political messages. Across the street is another old piece by Hopsart that he did for the business here years ago. So that's the maniacal bunny he's most known for there on the corner. So that's Hop's character. You see him do more than any other, and I love that bunny. It's like the evil bunny. I love it. We got a couple more stencils by Praxis. Who lives right close to the neighborhood, so I can find so much of this stuff right here all the time. See, now I have a pointer. This is one of the first pieces that he did with the drips going up. He no longer can mess around the library. There's a face he did of a woman and the drips are going down. Between that time that he did that one and this one, that he made the transition, now just about all his pieces when he does this, the drips are going up.
Oh, I didn't realize that piece on National Waterbury.
The drips are going down. Yeah, and that one was done like 6 months before this one. That one was done for the Juicy Art Fest back in, what, 2014, I believe? Something like that. When I told you it would blow you away. Now, if you know about him, you will know his tag is all over that piece. If you look in the ribbons, you will see Z-I-M-E-R, because he always puts his name in those ribbons. And these women, these gorgeous women he does, he hides his tag all down in the ribbon. Awesome. This is by Hugh Tech, the same guy that did the Hunter Thompson piece around the corner. Across, this is by Ressa, who we've seen several of her pieces, and this one is based on one of Brenda's actual photographs from this neighborhood. So if you go online and you search this Brenda Canale, there's some really good articles on the New York Times and stuff about her living in this neighborhood. So if you're into the history of New York, she's she's still alive. She still gives interviews. She still talks to people. She would be an invaluable resource as far as what it was really like to be over here.
So right now we're heading to Maspeth. We got a listing pitch from an old friend. So we're going to go check that out. Can't wait. This one's going to be fully in Spanish. So this should be interesting. ¿Cuál preguntas ustedes tienen? ¿Cuál preguntas ustedes tienen?
¿Cuáles preguntas tengo yo? ¿Qué tiempo se demora en la venta de la casa?
Depende del precio. Yo estaba hablando con María y yo dije que yo ya había vendiendo una casa en Ridgewood y ponía en el market y tenía 41 personas en el primer open house y los vendemos por casi 200,000 más del asking price. Yo ponía en el market por 850 y los vendemos por 1,000.45. 1,000,045. Pero en ese caso es un poquito diferente. Es en Ridgewood, había 3 parking spots, era un corner, era un ¿cómo se dice? Turn of the century. Era un casa viejo, pero todos los detalles eran lindas y perfecto para un casa que es 100 años. Pero aquí, normalmente hay dos maderas a vender. Uno, que yo pienso que es mejor, para poner el precio un poquito abajo del market. Porque que ese trae más personas para ver y cuando tiene 2, 3, 5 personas que están interesadas, normalmente recibe un precio que es abajo del market o donde puse la casa. La otra es para poner el precio más alto y espera para negociar un poquito. Estoy bien con cualquier cosa, está bien para las clientes, pero yo pienso que primero es mejor. Yeah. Porque en mi experiencia, eso es la manera para recibir el mejor precio cuando vende.
Bueno, el que está teniendo experiencia en eso eres
Ujú.
tú.
Ujú. So, en mi opinión, yo pienso que usted puede obtener como 850.
De esta casa.
Sí. Cuando estaba aquí como hace un año y medio, era porque yo estaba buscando el packet y yo dije que entre 750 y 800. Ahora yo pienso que es entre 800 y 850. En mi opinión, el mejor para poner en el market, un poquito abajo 800, como 799. Y yo pienso que va a tener 25 personas o más en el primer open house y tienen un offer aceptado en como 2 o 3 semanas. Puede ser rápido. Porque aquí una cosa que es diferente es esa casa es un poquito más larga de los otros en el square footage. Y tiene más con el espacio abajo que no está incluido en ese square footage también. Por eso yo tengo eso, que es casi la misma del último vez. La única cosa que cambia es el comps, otra cosa que vende. Y aquí, todos están más o menos como ustedes, ¿sí? Pero nada están la misma tamaño. Por eso, esta casa es 1596, ¿sí? Esto se vende por 725 y era 1080. Esto que se vende por 770, 1360. Aquí, yo pongo una tarjeta aquí y toda mi información está aquí.
Ok.
Sí, sí, sí.
¿Cómo le ves a la casa, Mike?
¿Ah?
¿Cómo está la casa?
¿Mi?
Esta.
Oh, no, lindo. No puedo buscar casi nada que es malo aquí. No, normalmente hay una cosa que no es correcto o roto o algo, pero aquí no.
Es que recién acabamos de pintar.
Ujú.
Y yo no le pensaba vender. No pensábamos vender.
¿O no?
Cuando me voy al Ecuador,
Ajá.
hace un mes, ni un mes, más o menos 15 días, le digo, está bonito el Ecuador. Y de ahí ya pensé en que esto está muy grande para mí.
Right.
Y ya me duelen las rodillas, sube, baja.
Mi mamá dice la misma cosa. Ellos ponen un media bath, como así, en el primer piso, como hace 6 meses para esa cosa. Porque ella que no quiere caminar.
Es que es difícil estar subiendo y bajando las gradas.
Yo vivía en un apartamento, un edificio en Jackson Heights, antes de Glendale, y en un apartamento no hace nada. Pone la basura en el cuarto y ya. Ahora, porque estoy en una casa de 2 families, y yo puedo hacer, tengo que hacer todo. El snow. ¿Qué puede hacer?
La base de verano.
Yeah. Got another busy day out here on the grind all over New York, making business happen. Whether it's Manhattan, Brooklyn, or Queens, we go everywhere. If you have any questions, any comments, any suggestions, any ideas, post them in the comments below. Have a great day. Peace.